Now let's take a look at stratified squamous epithelium. Don't forget about the strategy for naming tissues. The first word stratified means many layers. Do y'all remember what squamous means? I'll give you a hint. Beep, 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 beep. Now let's take a look at the location. I kept it up top here. Now let's go down below. We can find stratified squamous epithelium in places like the esophagus, the mouth, and the vagina. What is the purpose of having stratified squamous epithelium? Basically, it protects us against abrasion. We find it in areas that are prone to high amounts of friction. So if you think of that and then you go back to these locations, it should make perfect sense. Let me dive into a couple of specific parts of this tissue and also review some other terms you may see. See this part on the bottom? We call that the basal surface. This is where the basement membrane can be found. I think B for basal, B for basement. Also, basements are found at the bottom or underneath the house. This top side, or what we call the top side of the tissue, that is called the apical or apical surface. That's really helpful when we're thinking about epithelial tissues being in tubular shape. So let's think about the esophagus really quickly, which is one of our locations. Think about eating your favorite crunchy snack. I'm going with Cheetos. Have you ever had a time where you did not chew well enough, and when you swallowed, you felt that Dorito or Cheeto or whatever crunchy snack it was clawing its way millimeter by millimeter down your throat? Well, thank goodness that the inside of your esophagus, which is actually made up of that apical surface or squamous cells that might be prone to slough off if needed. The epithelial cells you find at the basement membrane is where we have regeneration. So basically, down here at the bottom, the cells are being made, and as they are being sloughed off or used, they go to the apical surface or the top, and then they can slough off if needed. Y'all, don't forget that saying, form follows function. Happy studying!